Let me figure out what we're doing this afternoon. So, inverse the daily to the downside, respect the VI, back up. Respect that 15 minute to the left. Respect the 1 hour this morning. Order flow kind of bullish. Order flow hasn't really shifted bearish. We inverse this 15 minute, which Doji was like, oh yeah, we get this, we're going to all-time highs. So we took care of that. I think ultimately we just need like a good pullback. Maybe run this low and then send it to all-time highs. Or run the 2 minute low and then get tick along. Or run New York lunch low and then take that to all-time high. So yeah. We'll just gauge the reaction at each three of these lows. Good, better, best in terms of longs. Okay, so if we get a long from here, it'll be good. Long from here, better. Long from here, best. Previous day high. Yeah, that could be the draw for sure. Stacked up highs. What indicators do I use? I use the IFVG Ultimate Plus by Dodgy's DD. Great indicator, shows you SMTs, gives you a checklist for each setup, alert setups. I also use equal highs and lows. I use ICT kill zones and pivots, and I use the new day and new week opening gap by Kryptonite. I think I have a post that has them all linked, but you need it. Here it is one more time. The deeper the retracement, the better the setup quality. That's a good way to look at it. But yeah, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys all green? Should I buy an MFFU eval today / tomorrow, or should I just wait till next week? I think you should buy Apexes. I think Apex is the best deal right now. If you can't do trailing, then yeah, get an MFFU. We have CPI tomorrow, so little green, 2 break evens. Take profit isn't bad. Funded next isn't bad. MFFU, I just don't want to recommend them anymore because the profit split is 80-20. Like, no other prop firm is paying 80-20. It's like, it's bad. It's bad ROI. Yeah, Simon. I use the 30-second all the time. I used the 30-second for a trade I took today. I like the 25Ks. I think the 25Ks are the best ROI. Said. No, I just take the break even where I take the break even, Steve. So, for example, with this 5 minute long from this morning, I had conviction in us going up, but we tapped into a 15-minute gap. I don't know if price is gonna stall there, if we're gonna get through that point, so I have to go to break even, and then I get break even to the tick there. That was crazy, especially after PM stream yesterday where I get break even to the tick and we run. This was crazy to have that happen again. I've never had that happen before. Back to back trades. Do I have a code? For Apex? No, I don't. Take profit's fine. Do you risk lower on 30-second than on higher time frame? No, I risk about the same. It's okay, Vin. I was able to find a way to get green today anyway. This 30-second long from the 15-minute gap I thought was pretty good. So this was the trade that I took to get green. I also took the 5 minute, but I only scaled for like 0.3 or 0.4 R, so it wasn't even like that good, right? I'm risking 150 on the trade. I made $60. So I wanted to see, something to actually get me green. This one got me green. This got me up like 240 on the day. So Apex evals are the cheapest right now, yeah, but the funding fee makes them a little bit more expensive than a lot of the other firms. So if you can pass an eval in one try, those other firms are probably a good option. If it takes you multiple tries, Apex is probably the better option. Apex is usually the cheapest at 90%, but right now it's 80% off. 150k eval that I care about. If the drawdown for a 150k I think is 4,500, I would risk about 400 to 600 a trade, depending on the quality. The funding fee is good, right? And imagine 90% off with that 85 funding fee. That would probably be the cheapest in the game. You know we had a data high this morning, right? I didn't think that 10 a.m. candle was a data high. So, no. Like, I know that this was like the home sales like candle, but to me that's not really like important data. So I was just treating this as like a normal high, but I was still bullish this whole time. So like it didn't really affect anything. I mean, I wanted to see that, you know, these highs get re-hit for the final TP there. Would the IFEG be good because it bounced off a rejection block? The 2-minute? No, I want to see liquidity be swept first. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, it's technically a data wick, but it's not really a data wick, you know? Like, CPI is going to give us a data wick. See, to me, this just looked like Price wanted to come back to the 15-minute, IO fed it, and then go from there. So, like, I know that we're not going to come back to 50 if we're IO fedding a gap and we have this bullish of a reaction. Right? That's kind of my thought process. Especially when ES already hit 52, and we still have, like, you know, kind of this good target above, right? We left, like, a relative equal high with the 15-minute. Kind of. It was that high. You know what I mean. Wow, this thing just took off. Did we inverse the 1 minute there? Oh no, we didn't. We closed to the tick and then it went invalid. So that's tough. SMT at the high. I mean, yeah, but that's not really like the main reason why, you know, that setup was good. I feel like the reason why the setup's good there is because the reaction of the 15 we get, and then we also have this SMT at the low, and then we also had very V-shaped momentum, and then we also addressed our conflicting draw. The orders, I mean, it just means that the orders, you know, are higher. I also have to be realistic, and you know, after 10 o'clock, if we don't have a full-fledged reversal, we're not elevatoring down, that tells me that we're in a bullish trend day scenario. So I know that on bullish trend days we don't retrace as deep, and that allows me to take setups like this because I know that it's less likely we'll go for 50 on a day like today. Okay, Seb. Yeah, it's been crazy. I've had pretty bad luck. What do I feel about the draw higher? The draw higher. What do you mean? What's wrong about it? What's wrong with it? These draws are decent, right? What we're looking for to run all these highs. It's the one that these are the highs that Dodgy wants, right? So ultimately, we want to see this buy side get hit here, and then all-time highs to the left of that. That's basically what we're looking for right now. We have this 4-hour inverse coming, so yeah, I have to be bullish today. But the only way I'm going to take a long is if we get a good long from here, a better long from here, or the best long from there. If we don't get that, then I'll probably just watch price pump up. But yeah, previous day high could be the draw. I don't know. We'll see. My tip with stop loss? What do you mean? If I'm looking to enter a trade, and like let's say I enter the 1 minute here, my stop loss, like where I'm actually sizing my risk towards, is going to be splitting the difference between the inverse for value gap and the low, because that's usually about where price is going to close. If this were a fail, so like this would kind of be my risk. It'd be about just under 5 micros. And then I like to keep my risk less than like 40 points, usually 35. Like I rarely risk more than 40 points. Yeah, we're about to hit previous day high. Maybe we get an SMT here, and then that allows us to take a short, but I doubt it. I think we're just gonna push up. Maybe this play was the move, but it was invalid, so I don't really care. I guess the 2 minute wasn't. There was no ITH for us to sweep on the 2 minute, so you could have entered there. Break even at the high. But yeah, Fahrenheit, you brought up that point earlier about the high on micros being different than the high on NQ. I was aware of that. I actually market closed when MNQ hit that high, so I don't sell before, or I sold before MNQ actually hit the high. See that? Dude, I like this long a lot. I really, really like. This is my second favorite setup. Right? We have the low inside the fair value gap. That low gets swept. We get a V-shaped long after. This one right here is my second favorite. This was a break even, and then so was this. Right? Here's that low. There's this low also. Oh wait, never mind. I lied. I guess it was just the 2 minute. But yeah, we run on all these lows, address all these orders, tap into the 2 minute IO Fed V shape back up. It's basically my second favorite setup. This is actually it, right? And this actually worked really well too. Yeah, if you saw this 1 minute, this was a good trade too. If you just want to take FU longs, this is a very good FU long. My favorite is whenever price taps into a higher time frame for value gap and we get a long or a short from there. Where's the good trades at? I don't know. We're just gonna fly, I guess. Did we hit previous day high? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go up. We'll probably hit the highs today. Only 120 points away. This candle alone is 70. Yeah, I was not bearish unless we inverse this 1 hour to the downside. This reaction to the 15 minute to the left, and then us respecting this 1 hour was just like, yeah, we're probably bullish. Falls then? I mean, the best we could do is probably wait for a retracement here. By the way, I was thinking about actually potentially not streaming PM tomorrow, since I've had to stream 3 days of AM this week, and I've already streamed 4 days of PM, and I gave you guys access on Tuesday. So like I was thinking if tomorrow isn't very good and I have to stream AM again, um, I'll just not stream tomorrow. But if if it's good tomorrow, then I'll probably stream it. Will I do AM again for Ryan? I don't know if I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I really think he should stream it. Oh my god, again. Dude, there's no way. Dude, it's our favorite trader. Is a retrace to 25,083 realistic? Probably not. Not on a bullish trend day. The best we could ask for here is like a retrace to this 3 minute and then a long from here. That's about it. What time in Tokyo is AM for Ryan? 10:30 p.m. 13 hours ahead. By the way, for those of you that pay attention to video games, the CS:GO market economy crashed yesterday. They made a new update, and it allows you to trade up 10 red skins for a knife. And so all of these super rare, expensive knives just like crashed because the supply got flooded with all the people trading up red skins, and then those red skins went up in value, obviously, as the demand to trade those skins up um increased. So it kind of created like a uh I don't know. They just like rotated basically. It's like how like we have sector rotation in the indices sometimes or between different asset classes. That's basically what happened in CS:GO. The money rotated from the knife sector to the red sector. This pro player's inventory went from 70 to 18K. Dude, it's so funny too because like we were just talking about a couple months ago how good of an investment CS:GO was. If you would have just bought cases back in 2016 and held, you'd be up like 10,000% or something. And now they've found a way to crash the economy. Yeah, it was caused by them. Yeah. Do I have a YouTube channel? I do. Yeah. So I just uploaded a video of our trade recap yesterday. You guys go to the PM announcements. You can check the link there for my channel and the video. Fahrenheit. If it was like a knife, yeah, he's screwed. If it's one of the like, OG rare skins, he probably didn't lose too much value. Are we gonna look for a downtrend or a continuation up? I'm still looking bullish. Maybe a short term retrace for long. I just don't want to fade a bullish trend day. We did fade a bearish trend day yesterday though, so I mean, can you show how to properly use standard deviations? Sure. So we look at the last down move. Okay. Obvious consecutive downswing. Okay, and then you just kind of mark out your standard deviation from there. I use the bodies. Some people use the wicks. And you just basically use that last manipulation leg before the up move to kind of mark out where price is going. If we hit -1 and get through that, that means we're going to go to -2. If we get through -2, we go to 2.5. If we get through 2.5 like this, we go to -4. You usually want your -4 to align with some sort of liquidity target here. -4 kind of aligns with previous day high, so that's probably where price is going right now. That's all you do. Why don't me and Dodgy use it more? Because I can just look at liquidity and say, okay, we're going here. It's just one more step that I don't need to include in my trading to slow me down. By the way, this 30-second FU long is about to trigger. How many of you guys saw that 5-minute long this morning and you were there? And It was like deja vu for you yesterday during PM. That was crazy with that 5 minute. What do you think about this 1 minute at 11:48? I actually added PM and I said that, or I asked if anyone was taking this. I think it's a really good setup, at least only because of the draws and the fact that we're in premium of the overall daily range. But if it was like lower, or if this was like an open, this would be A plus. So I thought it was great. So good question, Mo. I I'll show you the executions for the trade. I just sent them in chat. But yeah, same trade that you just sent 11:48. Yeah, the 3 to 5 minute was the exact same play as yesterday. Yep, this like almost identical. That's why I said I was taking it because I took the setup yesterday. Why wouldn't I take this one today? And obviously, you could see it works, right? How come you didn't get the ad for the 1 minute? Honestly, I wasn't planning on trading it. I was off the charts. I was logged out of everything. My one friend goes, "Yo, isn't this long? Like your setup, isn't this A plus?" I take a look at the charts, and it was like perfect. I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta log in to take that." So I was like, you can see if you look at the screenshot, I got in after the candle closed on the second candle. That's how late to the entry I was. Use the indicator to get alerts or set alerts at important levels. Uh, I do a little bit of both. Honestly, I don't have alerts set up for the indicator, but like I should. So right now, I kind of just set my alerts at key levels. How accurate is it? For every good setup I've taken that's worked, the indicator has also alerted it. I don't think the ratings are accurate, at least not to the way I trade the model, because I mean we have different criteria, me and Dodgy. But I think if you just use your brain and look at the setup and determine for yourself, is it good? You should be in good shape. You know, does it alert shitty setups? Sure. Here's an alert for a shitty setup right here. We're obviously in a bullish trend day, and it's alerting a short here. Does the shitty setup still work? Yeah, it's a break even trade, right? This is a good setup, right? It alerted the long, shows you the break even, shows you the TP, shows you the stop loss, right? Here's another shitty alert, right? Like, what even is this entry, you know? It still works, though. But then it also alerted this long, which this was the long that I took just on the 1 minute. It didn't give you the 30-second entry because I think the 30-second is singular. For the 1 minute there, it did. Because it was. So it's alerting all the good setups. You just kind of have to use your brain a little. Can I show the 30-second for the day New York session? Sure. Oh, wait, it did alert it. Oh, it just alerted this one. My bad. Alerted that. It alerted this. Those are both break even. It alerted this short, which was a break even. This long, which this was the actual best long entry for the 30-second here. That was before the 5. It alerted this long, which after sweeping out Asia isn't bad, but that was a break even, right? This long setup was good. This was like the 5 minute here, so that didn't get alerted, but yeah. It alerted this 30-second long, which you're obviously not going to take this because you're longing into bearish gaps here. And I think that's it. But like it's pretty much it hasn't lost a trade today, I don't think, right? Every single 30-second long has won or short, has won or break even. Now, obviously, it's not going to be like that every day, but yeah. Right now, we're just going for previous day high. Still got a ways to away on PS here. Add an alert. Why not? Yeah, so my bias is constantly changing as I'm given new information on the chart. So for now, I'm still bullish, but that's only given the information that I have looking at the chart. I wouldn't just get married to a bias all day just because I was bullish in the previous session. Okay, okay. What do we think? Drift. I like drift. Ooh, I thought you had it. I thought you had it. Drill. Drill in four. Drill in four. All right, so we get par. First par in a minute. But let's say we did not inverse the 4 hour. Would you change bias for that reason? No, I wouldn't change my bias just because we failed to inverse something. I would change my bias only if we had order flow aligned with a draw on liquidity. Okay, so right now we have a lot of bearish draws to the downside, right? All these stacked up lows. So I'm going to look for what I call my POI, my condition, right? The thing that would inverse that would ultimately lead me to become bearish, okay? And once I've identified that for value gap or set of PD arrays, that is going to kind of tell me if my bias is going to remain bullish or if it's going to flip to bearish to target a draw on liquidity. So right now that POI for me right now is kind of this 5 minute gap, right? If we were to break this, then I would be looking bearish to this low here. And then most likely this low because there's no roadblocks here on the 5 minute, but if we go to the 2, there's a 2 minute gap. So all I'd be watching for there is a reaction. If we get a bullish reaction to the low being swept, then obviously we could flip back bullish. But if we knife through this low, then obviously I'll be bearish to this low. That's kind of how I go about figuring out my bias. I identify a draw. If there's no good draws, then I don't have a bias. If there is a good draw, then I align that draw with order flow. If order flow is going in the opposite direction on my draw, then I can't be bearish. And I have to find a draw that aligns with my with order flow, right? Knifing, sure, yeah. It's not really a technical term. It just means like whenever we get like a very big dump candle past like liquidity. So an example of that could be like this here. This would be considered us knifing, right? Right. And if you go to like let's say the I guess 5 minute here, you'll see like we just dumped so far past this low. So if that starts to happen, if you notice that in live time, then that can kind of give you a clue on where price is going. Yeah, for sure, Ma. All right. Connections real quick while we're grinding up. Hopefully we get a stop run candle that gives us an entry. Doggy fine prize, swag, stone kitty ball ducky, birdie go, swell purse, mixed pot puck dandy. Um what's the last one? No, not ball. I feel like it's swag. I don't know. I just know those two are together. Ball, puck, birdie. What's the last one? Stone? Yeah. Probably means it's this. Oh my god, it's not swag. What is it? Is it mixed? Oh my god, I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw. Mixed bag, doggy bag, go bag, swag bag, right? Yeah, okay. Bro, I've never heard, said ducky. Yeah, yeah, you guys got that. You guys got that. Good job. Usually 30 for apexes, and you just do like 5 minis. Or 15 and 10 minis. You guys are all screaming in the chat, bag. That's so funny. I was just not paying attention. Can you trade multiple prop firms at the same time? Yeah, you can. Wasn't there news about some props not letting you use third party trade copiers? I feel like yes. I guess I've never ran into that issue, so if somebody has more experience with that, let me know. Because I just trade all in Tradevate. Yeah, Seb, that's crazy. Dude, what was his name? What was his name? Terry something? Terry Rosier? Or Rosier? Yeah, I've seen the clips. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, 13 Mafia members? The case involves La Cosa Nostra? Oh my god, like actually like the Sopranos. Nah, that's crazy. Explain in football, soccer for you guys terms. Okay, it's like if I don't know. I actually don't know enough about soccer to make a good analogy. Dude, the craziest part is didn't like Terry Rozier make like 25 million a year? You be willing to show your indicator settings? Sure. I think I have the same as Dodges. I have just like the default. Single, normal, neutral. This. I allow C setups. ES. It's the same. What's with the watermark? What does that do? Anything? Oh, it's right there. Oh, bet. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, for sure. Yeah, Gomez. I'll upload the video after so you can go back and pause where you need to be. Um, should I upload a trade recap for this morning's trade? I think the reason why he was doing it, Seb, is probably because he had gambling debts to the mafia. I mean, no way somebody's that like desperate for money that they do that. The sports gambling investigation was called by the FBI Operation Nothing But Net. That's funny. That's just crazy. Are we still looking for bullish? We have an SMT off some 15-minute swing highs. Yeah, we're still bullish. The only high that matters here is the external high or previous day high. That's it. The only one where an SMT would actually matter. What CS knife should I buy? You should buy a bayonet Doppler. You should buy a Falchion knife Safari mesh. Or a butterfly knife. What's the one with the spider web on it? Crimson Web? Yeah. Yeah, TJR lost 250K. And we were up. We were up. So, I mean, I guess if you guys want to go join TJR and go lose a $250,000 in a single day, go for it.
Rozier turned it over again, having a tough night. And Rozier off the DHO. And he turned it over. Turn it up. But you don't want to play with your team, especially against the Miami Heat. They tell you, hey, you don't like playing in Miami? Yeah. They'll do a lockdown to 3.
He did. Go through it. Let's check on gold. I mean, we're probably going to go back up $200, right? That's not even unrealistic. If this 15 inverses, does that mean anything? Yeah, so if we inverse this 15, I'll probably imagine we'll go for the slowdown here, but at the same time, there's a lot of fair value gaps in the way. There's this 4 minute and 3 minute, so it probably doesn't mean too much. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, Vert. I feel like today we're just going to engineer liquidity, and then tomorrow we're going to run it. Session before news, big news when it's the first news event we've had in like weeks is probably not going to be great. Probably Seb. Yeah, or until we get some like more China news. Have I taken anything this PM? No, I haven't. The only like setup that was possible was going to be this 1 minute long, which I would have never taken because there was no sweep. Yeah, Gibby, it works. You just long one account, short another account as the news drops. You profit on one, lose the other. Usually, that's the one strat. The other strat is to set limit orders above and below price, and then whichever one gets tagged in is going to be the winning side usually. Yeah, it's in the VIP videos. Gibby it. Best prop for him to do the CPI strat, probably Apex. Isn't this too high in premium to long? Yeah, that's why we have to wait for lunch lows to be swept, or this low, or this low. Yeah, Simon, I think you should try and back test as much as you can while you're still learning the model. All right, so we get a little stop run candle here. Hopefully, this can give us something. And there's no gaps. Never mind. You wouldn't consider shorts? You tell me. Should I consider shorts? Yeah, we inverts trend line. I don't know, man. The indicator just alerted this 4 hour. Kind of seems like a banger. Here's the entry. Here's the stop loss. Here's TP2 for it. It seems like a pretty good entry. Oh yeah, it is marked as a C setup. Yeah. Blake stop loss. True. No, Simon, that's the mentality to have because if I can do it, why can't all of you? I'm just the average Joe. I did it all the same as you. Watched ICT, watched Dodgy, made money. That's it. Oh, did you guys like the music in this one, by the way? I probably have to adjust the volume levels on my voice. I know somebody mentioned that. I don't know if it's a little quiet. I like it because I don't like, getting blasted with noise as soon as I open a video. But yeah, we got some music. I think I'm gonna try and do a little bit more voiceover. Got to work on transitions next, learning all that, and then figure out a way to incorporate AI into the videos too. The 5 minute isn't too high in premium. Yeah, we're not taking the 5 minute. I'm just watching the gap. I'm just, I think that's copyrighted, Sal. Go to the no rant playlist, Tiz, so that you don't have to deal with ICT ranting in every video. Put in some insane PowerPoint transitions. Yeah, like the one where it's like the cube, and then it rotates to the other side of the cube, and it makes like the concrete noise. I could do that. Yeah, I gotta add in like sound effects too, dude. There's so much to video editing that like I still have to learn. How much of ICT have I watched? 2016 and 2022. Can you explain your minimum criteria to enter a trade? I need bias at the minimum for a funded trade. I need like some combination of momentum, time, or an A plus setup mechanically, and I need like a draw that is like good. So like external liquidity, equal highs, LRLR, unfilled inefficiencies, data highs, stuff like that. I use a cracked version of Premiere Pro, Dapper. It's being recorded, yes. I have like 2020 Premiere Pro. I need like the new version though. I should probably pay for it so I can get all the AI stuff. Gold long, yep. You should have been in from here though. Would have been a break even trade. 12:30, 1 minute is spectacular. Good trade. Yo, do you want it for free? Wait, why can't you cancel the subscription? How much is it to renew? Oh. Nah, that's okay. I'll just keep using my cracked version and wait for them to come out with the version that has AI in it for free. Is this 1 minute inverse from the 1401 candle? If this is a four, okay. It's still a no trade because of how many candles it took to inverse on the 1 minute. I would be looking at the 5 minute here for that entry, first of all, and second of all, I wouldn't enter because we're so high up, right? You're entering at like high of day basically in a long. Yeah. It would look something like that. We taking this 1 minute? No. Hell no. What do we think CPI is going to do tomorrow? Up or down? Up. Only problem I had with the 30-second was the target was a protected high. Any reason I should have thought differently to take the trade? Where is this protected eye that you speak of? Where is it? Not to the left. Where's the protected eye? Did we not sweep something on the left? No. There's nothing over there. We had this high that was like the target, right? There's no high inside of a Fair Valley yet that we swept. Yeah. Dude, 5 minute is good if you don't have the patience to wait till tomorrow for a trade. That's about it. If you want to take the 5 minute because you're impatient, go for it. All right, get an inverse. Wait another 5 minutes now. Or because you're the person that's trying to get in this trade anyway and you have no patience, enter right now. And find a way to cope and justify the entry. Oh, you know, we actually inverse the 4 hour here. So this is destined to go up. I should just enter now. Wait, I thought you were in. I heard the click. Bro, you're scamming. You guys are crazy. Oh, it's been an hour of PM. Wow. Yeah, Samuk, you got to get your mind right, dude. If this doesn't go to all-time highs, I'll quit trading. Okay, Dodgy. Do I feel drained doing double streams? No, I'm having a good time. I'm just finding an excuse to not stream tomorrow. So I don't feel like it, but I could do it. I'm already so green on the week. Why put myself in a situation to like ruin that going into the weekend, you know? Which I did post my Apex stats this morning. We're officially up 2K on the month. So, very cool. Am I still banned from new evals on Apex? Yeah, I gotta wait 2 more weeks for this rebuild. They didn't even give me a they didn't give me a timeline on it. They just said I couldn't buy any new ones. I have two 90% recurring Fahrenheits, but I blew them. I gotta wait 2 weeks. You still have those? Yeah, it's been 3 months. it's been three. It's been since like June since I've had those. I blow evals all the time. Dude, you see some of the eval trades I take, bro? I mean, of course I blow accounts. When was my last blown funded? Dude, it's been so long. I actually have no idea. Probably June when I bought those evals. I guess the funding ticks. I blew 6 funding ticks over vacation. That wasn't really my fault though. But yeah, I'm on day 33 for these apexes. I want to get to like day 100. That would be crazy. Yeah, that was 6 copy traded resorb. That was because of inactivity. How long normally does it take me to build up a buffer? Well, for these 25Ks, I don't know. I think I built the buffer in like 3 weeks or something when I started trading them, and I've just been rinsing and repeating. The 25Ks, I took a payout down to 26.5 or something, or 27, like just under 27, and it's already back to over 28 now. I think Apex will probably do 90% off next month. About a month, Simon. Yeah, Black Friday probably, maybe for Halloween. I get 25 and 50Ks, Chris. I don't really go past that because I think the ROI is bad. Also, this 5 minute just triggered and hit the break even. So for those of you that entered early, good job. There's the break even, and it's a break even trade. Nice. Excellent. I would do it, Trade Boy. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, Fahrenheit. That's true. It's so hard to pass those even on news. Is that with the MFFU accounts, Austin? Top step? Okay. So you're gonna withdraw like what, 600? As long as you leave like 1,000 in there, you should be good. I've built up accounts off 1,000 drawdown, just risking a 2 to 3 micros a trade. Which prop firm has the best value right now? I think it's Apex. It's either Apex funded next or another firm that I can't think of, but it's either, I'd say it's between those two. I don't think so, Simon. I think there's some people in here that still haven't gotten a payout yet. Like, dude, how has Plus EV not gotten a payout yet? There had to have been at least a 1 month chunk where like things were just easy and he could have gotten a payout. You guys know Plus EV? He's a Discord member. He's been a lifetime member for quite a while now, I think. Where's Vignesh? I don't know. Dude, MFFU is still sending me promotional material. Look at this. Look at what they just sent me. Like, I'm not even an affiliate anymore, dude, and they're still emailing me these. I need to get taken off their list. Look at this. Use code reliable, guys. Right? Is this trade still valid? Nah, this was a break even. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. I know some of you guys get confused. It might be per account, Fahrenheit. I thought it was per user, but it might be per account. So the pro plans have no payout cap and are 2-day pass on eval and no cons unfunded? I think so. I don't know. I haven't really looked into any of the new accounts since they transferred them. MFFU kind of died in my head when they took away my affiliate code and they got rid of the starter accounts. Or I should say my affiliate code, my partnership, because that still works apparently. This short. Nah. Maybe the 5 minute. Yeah, okay, so the 5 and 15 minute I actually like more now if we death candle because we made a higher high. So if we were to come down here, this would actually make sense. We did leave like these relative equal highs here though. Those will probably still be a draw. So maybe if we got a long from this low back up, that could be decent. I could see that. Yeah, let's do that. Does anyone know if my tuna is still good? Bro, that does not look good. That looks really quite nasty, actually. Dude, Tommy, you're about to get botulism, man. Tommy, yeah, exactly what Dapper said. If you open that, dude, you're releasing COVID-20 to the world. Honestly, wait, do that. Dump it to COVID lows. Wait, Tommy, wait. Let us get in real quick. Everyone, buy puts. Tommy's about to go open this jar in the middle of a public place. Twig, that's crazy. I was trading during COVID. I don't know. I didn't trade it. Not on futures. On options, I was trying to play earnings and like catch the move back up. I remember there was a few mornings like I was going to this like cybersecurity conference and I was in longs or something and then like news came out and it like dumped. It was like some 8:30 news event and I was like freaking out. I was a passenger in this car and the dude that was driving us to the cybersecurity event was so bad at driving. He almost like wrecked twice on the way there and then once on the way back. Um yeah. I don't remember what ended up happening with those options. Yeah, I think I got liquidated. So yeah, dream scenario right now. Run this low, go back to the relative equal highs, make money. Are you talking about the lows inside of the 5 minute? Yeah, the low inside of this 5 minute. Yep. Max pay on MFFU is 1200. I think it depends on the account you have, Swig, and what um like payout you're on. For a core account, it's 1,000. The old accounts, yeah, the starter accounts are 1,200. Is this a double top pattern? It is. Dude, that's why I didn't use contact lenses. I've only ever worn glasses. I just can't get contact lenses in my eyeballs. I don't get it. Just put them in? Dude, I can't. It feels so weird to have something on my eye. Yeah, I'm not trying to have something suction to my eyeball. Dude, you absolutely feel contacts when you put them on. And you're sitting there like about to put it on, and you can see your finger getting closer and closer to your eyeball, and you're just like squinting and like your eyes kind of watering. Bro, nah, that's the worst. I mean, obviously, like a lot of people do it, so I know I'm the weird one, but I'll be weird. I'm okay with that. Exactly, Sammy. Just reuse the same context. Use faucet water to clean them and reapply them. Boom, you just saved yourself 400. That is the method, right? How about LASIK surgery? Nah, I heard LASIK surgery makes you kill yourself, so I'm good on that. Dude, cavemen with like poor eyesight probably just died. So the reason why LASIK causes you to kill yourself, and apparently this is like something that actually happens, is because the surgery itself isn't like foolproof, right? There's like side effects that come with it. And apparently one of those side effects is you get like super itchy eyes. Like if you have a bad reaction to LASIK, you're like it's just your eyes are cooked. And so some people it gets so bad that the only way that they seek relief is by killing themselves. That's not even a joke. That actually happens. Yes, there have been rare but tragic cases of suicide following LASIK surgery, primarily linked to severe and persistent complications. Also, LASIK isn't even foolproof. Like, apparently, it only works for a little bit. Like, my dad got LASIK and it was only good for him for 10 years, and now he has to wear glasses again. Why would I do that? I'm like telling all these things to JM Mock, and he's like got LASIK, and now he's just sitting here like, wait, what? Why do people need glasses when you can just see true? Really, ATX? Okay, so ATX got lucky. My dad got it when he in his late 20s in probably the same time as you, 2004, 2003, whatever. And his vision's already cooked, and he's like 53 or 52, 52. Yeah, Smoke, you could be my dad, bro. Or is that ATX? It's probably ATX, Smoke. You talk too young to be 47. I'm 23. Yeah, you're 22. That makes sense. For sure, Daniel. You got it done about 15 years ago. That's good. Yeah, so you guys are probably all fine. I mean, a lot of people get LASIK. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just fear mongering. Bro, you're 23. You're pushing 40. Wait, Wesley, you're 24? Dude, I thought you were older. I thought you were like in your 30s, bro. Dude, you're still the goat for hooking me up with that discount, bro. I appreciate it. I never forgot about that. Keep using it. Yeah, I thought you said it was gonna go away, and then I checked, and I was like, well, I guess he still got it. I used it in Ottawa. I don't think I'm gonna go anywhere anytime soon. I think I'm probably done traveling for the year. I've already spent too many days away from you guys, and we got more points to find and capture. So probably not gonna travel too much. Yeah, maybe Wesley. Yeah, maybe they'll just forget. So 2 minute long, 3 minute long. Trump has an announcement in 10 minutes. Let's see. No SMT? Oh, not yet. We almost got one though. Yo, where's the East Wing? Let me see what they did to the White House. Trump's talking about cartels today. Oh, yeah, that's true. He's gonna be an hour late. Oh my god, dude! People are talking about the end of the world. Jesus is coming on the 25th of December to have a word with those who are idolizing the old golden calf a little too much lately. The apocalypse, bro. America first always. Even Jesus doesn't know the time of the Lord's coming. Better get those books out, kiddos. Yo, why did somebody type reliable? Yo, who is ICT is love, bro? Dude, it's definitely Samuk, man. I know it. I can tell. Dude, MFF, you sent me another email. Reliable Daddy. Samuk, stop. Vert Analytics LLC. Yo, we gotta look up the LLC registration for Vert Analytics real quick. Oh
Yo,
shit! Yo, welcome or good morning,
what the
sleepyhead.
hell are you watching?
We're watching Trump making an announcement at 3.
Dude, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, you got to stream in How many hours? Dude, you're not gonna be able to stream tomorrow. There's no way.
No, I will be. I should be able to.
Yeah, you got to stream in 16 hours.
Yeah. I'm going back to sleep. Dude, I took that. Or is anyone in this 15-minute long? It's like a 2022 model. It's still playing out.
You took the 4
Like,
hour?
bro. No, I didn't take anything, dude. I was sleeping, dude.
Oh, true.
But there was the play posted and trade recaps.
Let's see.
It's a
Oh yeah,
15
I saw
minute.
that.
It's like-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's still playing out. Bro, everyone in this chat was like, oh, I thought we were bearish. I thought we were bearish. Tagging me and shit every day. Or tagging me all day yesterday. Now look what happened. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when.
True. We took this play in AM. Well, I don't know about we, but I took this in AM. It's 30-second off that 15 you're talking about.
Yeah, I said to look for confirmation set up there. I saw it too.
Yep. Yep.
I watched it play out and I'm like, nice, and I just went back to bed.
There was a lot of good setups today. I like this one and this 2-minute long, kind of from that same area.
Yeah, that was good.
And there was a 1 minute here too that was good. This one.
Yeah. Dude, it's so weird. Like it's 3:55 a.m. And I feel like it's like I need to get my sleep schedule adjusted. I'm gonna try to sleep at least till 6 a.m. and go on like a run or something.
Smart. You stayed up late last night, so you should be good, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, good luck, man.
Dude, you guys know Lanto on Twitter?
Uh-huh.
Dude, there's this guy named like dude, there's all these guys who respond hate to my thing, my replies. Like their name would be like James 846234 5, and they'll like know a profile picture. And then basically what happened was someone's like responds some shit, and I basically tweeted back. I'm like, yeah, this indicator sucks as is unprofitable. And this dude on Twitter tweeted, he goes, dude, this is the real deal. This indicator is great. And Lando replied saying, I don't keep active with this a lot, but this dude is selling a $40 indicator that he himself said was unprofitable because he read one of my rage bait comments and believed it, bro. Like, is this guy dumb? And also, the other thing is, too, it's not even a signal service. Like, it's not unprofitable or profitable. That's not how you measure the indicator. I don't think he understands.
Yeah.
Like, dude, crazy. Dude, I don't tell anyone this, but dude, Lanto, like, they're at the Alpha Futures event, and Tyler G asked basically like, was like, dude, Lanto's probably killing you guys with payouts right now because he always posts the payouts. And the CEO was like, nah, dude, he's unprofitable on Alpha. Like he spent like 50K or he spent like 70K on evals and accounts to make like 60K. And he posts them all on Twitter. And
Ooh.
the CEO literally said, like, yeah, he's unprofitable with Alpha. Like, he's like, what are you talking about? He's not killing us at all. Isn't that
That is
crazy?
tough.
I mean, he's profitable in other firms, I think, but I don't, not Alpha. That's what he said. Delanto, dude. I mean, bro, you guys are PM and you guys don't care. You guys are here to trade, so
Yep.
I don't know. This looks good this long. It's like an FU long. I mean, I wouldn't take it, but could be the last. We need like a volume to push us over the LRLR.
CPI, man. That's the prediction I had 2 days ago. That's still what I believe. I think CPI will take us to all-time highs.
Yeah.
We'll be there for that.
It-
Passing
it's-
straight tomorrow.
Wait, is it Wednesday for you guys?
No, today's Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, it's Friday for me.
Yep. Hey, you're 13
Wait,
hours ahead.
wait. We have CPI on a Friday?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know. That's what Forex Factory said. I think it's because the government shut down. But yeah,
Oh,
CPI.
yeah. Dude, someone in the report in the industry chat the other day was like, dude, everyone was hating on you for the that one play that never in versus the 15-minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one that wasn't even a play, and two, I guess people just like took it when I said get ready to launch, and then people just longed it, and then we never in versus the 15-minute, which was way more obvious than any time frame.
Yeah, I remember that. What was
And
that,
then,
like the 5 minute?
and then people are like, oh, he's a hindsight warrior, bro. Like this is what's wrong when I don't like go live and I'm not on the charts. Because like
Yeah, it
obviously
was
I know in
this.
live time, but like people think it's hindsight because I'm not live. So funny,
Yeah, I don't think we ever took this 5 minute long. I think we might have been in from lower,
bro.
maybe.
The 5-minute wasn't you like, bro. The 5-minute was decent there, but like the 15-minute was 10 times more obvious. You
Yeah,
know?
true. Yeah, we were in this play, the long there, but
Yeah,
we were
that was
in for the
good.
1 minute here.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Wait, how many? Even if you took the 5-minute, like how many points was a stop loss on that?
it was insane. It was like way too many.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, exactly. Like I never like, bro. Why would you taking a one? Wait, how many points is it?
75 with the inception,
Yeah, like it's
without.
just insane, dude.
Yeah,
Like you have to like that's like an example where I definitely like would wait for a confirmation setup or the 15-minute, and I wouldn't even take it on like options, or I wouldn't take it on futures. I'd like take it on options probably.
yeah.
Samick, I would definitely not take that, bro.
Samuki wouldn't be in. He only takes those 5 minute long setups if there wasn't like a good setup lower, which we had that
Yeah,
1 minute,
exactly.
so he'd be in there.
Also, I was already done for the day at that point, and it was lunchtime too.
Yeah,
It was just like to watch, see if we were gonna go all time highs because we were kind of waiting.
yeah.
But yeah, my Wi-Fi went off and like just randomly, and I texted you. I'm like, "Yo, let everyone know I'm not gonna have Wi for the next 10 hours," and it didn't send. So, mm, why do I intentionally mislead people who want to learn? Because, dude, I'm trying to scam everyone. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna try to go back to sleep.
Yeah, man. Uh, yeah. I don't know what to say. You guys put me in an uncomfortable position every time you hate. I just had to sit here and like twiddle my thumbs. Like I don't know. I know most of it's jokes though. You guys are just giving him a hard time. Right? Right? Right, guys? Right? 呃，where's Crypto? Surprised he's not here dishing it. I don't know. 2 minute break even. Sure. I don't know. I'd probably just either send it or lose on this play if I was taking this because this is already such a degenerate setup. You might as well just hold. Like I mean, if you're taking this, why would you go to break even after only being up 7 points? You're a certified degenerate. Just hold the position. What is that 230 wick? I don't know. Let's see. Oil futures announcement something? I don't know. Dude, it's been so easy to just like know when to trade and when not to trade this month. Like it's so easy to just be like, okay, I need this to happen. If it doesn't happen, then we don't trade. We haven't been, having to parse through like the, bad PA because there have been instances of good PA and bad PA. When we're at all-time highs, it's just like consistently bad PA. What do we need to see happen here for a high probability setup? Probably a sweep of this low and then the long. And leave this high intact. So we can leave 2 draws on liquidity there, the relative equal highs. And then we take out the conflicting draw that we created here. Nah, this is dodgy. This is dodgy, okay? This is actually what it is, word for word. Imagine you had a math teacher, and the math teacher for weeks has told you 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. He's drilled it in your head. He said it over and over and over again. And then during the test, you go up to the teacher and you say, hey, teacher, is 2 plus 2 equal 5? And then he goes, yeah, 2 plus 2 equals 5. That's what dodgy does. That's what dodgy does, right? During the test, so you don't pay attention that whole time when he's saying 2 plus 2 equals 4, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and then you go to him and you ask, hey, dodgy, is 2 plus 2 equal 5? Of course he's going to mess with you, because at that point it's like you didn't even listen. You didn't even, like, at least that's one way that I think about it. Maybe that's, like, a bad interpretation, but... Yeah, but is any of that healthy? Probably not. But, like, I don't know. That's why it's just a different teaching style. I don't know. Dude, that was crazy this morning, though. I will say, there was one thing with this 5 minute long. He goes, "Yeah, I would have never gone break even on this one." That was crazy to me. I was like, okay." I don't know if you guys were there for that, but we took this long, and we ended up tapping into a 15-minute gap, right? So we should always go break even when that happens, right? Because we don't know if we're gonna actually break this gap. So 5 minute taps the break even, we pump up a little, we tap this next gap, we take profit, and then price pulls back and break even. So it's right, that was the trade. So scale. So we go break even there, right? That's like the model. That's what Dodge's always taught me. What do you mean he's not going break even here? I think it's because he didn't see the chart at the time. He was just basing it off of what the 5 minute showed, and he didn't see the 15. But if he did see the 15 and he's still saying that, that's crazy. Because I've never seen him not go break even there. I think he just didn't have all the information. That's the way I'm justifying it. If not, then yeah, that's probably 2 + 2 = 5. Ooh, true, true. 2 + 2 = 3. 3 + 3 = 6. 6 + 3 = 9. I thought it was 1 + 2 = 3. I thought that was the post. $250 for 2 + 2 =. Yep, yep, yep. Lobster, I said a $250,000. I said that a few days ago. Somebody asked. Wait, I'm so confused. Vert, I thought you said that you were gonna like branch off and do your own thing, and that listening to our commentary was distracting. Now you're telling me. I think maybe you're joking, right? No, no. It's okay. Okay. I think Vert's trolling. Wait, Tommy, what are you talking about? Make a WhatsApp? I have a WhatsApp. Oh, enema. Oh, true. Yeah, 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 that is the thing. Yep. Dude, what's the tallest water slide you guys have ever been down? Like, do any of you guys like do any of that stuff like adrenaline junkies? At Knott's? Isn't Knott's Berry Farm in California? That's cool. Is the orange talking yet? No. Dude, I've been there. You guys ever been to the White House? Dude, not in it, outside. I never been inside it. I'm not that important. One day though, right? Yep. I'm insider trading. Exactly. You've been in the White House on an eighth grade trip? That's cool. You in on other prop firms? No. Just My Fun and Futures and Apex. Nah, I think they just probably made them bring identification resort, and then that was about it. What's this talk? Wait, Samuk, bro, chill. Chill, chill. Dude, I had to close the YouTube stream because I was being harassed. We're just not going to get a trade today, by the way. It's just 100% cooked. We are building LRLR to the downside, kind of. Can I, like, cope and say that that's trendline liquidity? Vert, don't you have scholarship, bro? You do not want to take a semester off college if you have scholarship. That will, like, cause your scholarships to be rescinded, I'm pretty sure. Vert is officially at a crossroads. He can either become a doctor or fully lock in and trade. Or he can put trading on pause. Putting trading on pause. Guys, can you imagine being in the operating room and you're like about to go into surgery and like Vert walks in? Dude, Vert's openly admitting to cheating on all of his college classes. All right, we're here to do. What does it say? What's his chart say? We're doing a liver transplant. Real quick, let me just check ChatGPT. All right, how do I perform a liver transplant? All right, let's see. Oh, it says step one: locate the liver. All right, how do I find it? Well, Vert, I wish you luck on your classes, man. And trading will always be there, right? The market's not closing anytime soon. And hopefully you can schedule your classes to be like the afternoon so you can trade the morning. Or, all in the morning, you can trade the afternoon. All right, we're about to tap the trend line again. Just got the phone call from Tori. She's getting in with 500 micros, 250K risk. Okay, long or short? Let me know. I'm gonna go opposite. Tori, what was the call? Wait. She's gonna wait for the trend line break and retest so she can short those 500 minis. So she's looking to short. Seb, dude, it was the biggest weight off my chest taking that last test. Obviously, I knew that if I was going to go into cybersecurity, I was going to have to do a few what's it called? Why can't I think of it? Certifications. And so there was still going to be testing, but I don't know. It's different, It's not the same. There's like not like deadlines. Dude, I liked accounting classes, dude. Accounting is fun. I learned how to read like a balance sheet in accounting. And it was nice to apply that to trading. I feel like you should definitely learn an accounting class in college if you're planning on starting your own business. It just helps so much with like understanding things. Also, learn an SAP class. I think SAP definitely helps with understanding how businesses operate. Accounting, dude. I haven't been in accounting class in 2.5 years. I can't teach it. I would need a refresher, but like if I looked at like a balance sheet and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Useless? Yeah, pretty useless. I paid $6,000 a year to not remember. Um, but yeah, dude, we were filling out packet after packet after packet for like managerial and what's the other one? Not managerial, but what's the other one? Financial, yeah, that's what I thought. Financial accounting. But yeah, basically what we would do is we would do the income statement, balance sheet, and like two other ones. And we would use each individual report and fill in the blanks from the other reports based on what we knew from like the income statement or whatever. Yeah, very, very basic. I mean, it was an intro to accounting class, but like nobody else understood it, and I was like getting it. I don't remember what else it was. I had the intro to accounting, and I had one other class. I have to go back. It's all in my notes. That's just what I can remember off the top of my head. Ooh, I found it. Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. I actually found some of my old homework. Wow, that's really cool, Seb. Yeah, I think my accounting teacher, he wasn't making enough money being a professor, so I think he was working as like one of those people in like the baseball stadium that like walk around. And I wasn't sure if he was a janitor or if he was like one of the people handing out like concessions. But yeah, that's what he was doing. Dude, I had an econ class and we were talking about demand elasticity. Wait, I mean, obviously, like he probably made it so that that wasn't like confidential information, right? So, but that's still really cool. Yeah, so this is definitely LRLR year. So this is gonna have to be ran before probably going to the high. Trump is on. It's probably nothing, right? You said it was the cartel. Oh boy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please. Oh, it's a great honor to have all my friends here. It's like Old Home Week. What a job you're doing. And thank you very much for that. We want to begin by thanking the people that have done such a great job at the White House. They have been doing really incredible work during a shutdown. I don't even know if they're supposed to be working, but they wouldn't miss a day. So I just want to thank everybody for that very much. And we're here today to discuss a sweeping, unprecedented, and historically successful operation that my administration has carried out in recent weeks to arrest,
Eli,
prosecute,
what are
and
you
permanently
talking
remove
about?
members of foreign drug cartels from American soil. And the people gathered around this table are the ones that are doing it, and in this room. Some of them sitting a little bit behind track. Some of them, I'm surprised, are not actually at the table. You people
Wait,
should
you
be very
benched
insulted by that.
365?
But you've done a great job back there. On my first day in office earlier this year, I signed an executive order to
That's
officially
crazy.
designate the drug cartels and savage transnational gangs as foreign terrorist organizations. It was my honor to do so.
Smook,
And on
you
that same
deadlift
day, I also
405.
signed
He
an order
benches
directing the creation
365.
of the Homeland Security
Like,
Task
that
Force
is
to bring together
crazy.
all federal, state, and local partners to achieve the national policy goal of eliminating the cartel presence in America once and for all. And the results are, and it's early, and the results are spectacular. Led by ICE and the FBI, this task force includes
That's
the
just
Department of
crazy.
Justice, the Department of War, DHS, the Intelligence Community, ATF, the DEA, the U.S. Marshals, and the state and local agencies in every part of our country. Other than that, we don't include too many people. That's a hell of a group, isn't it, huh? When you think of it, that's not a group you want against you. Certainly not at one time. In addition to the task force members, we're pleased to be joined by representatives of law enforcement at every level, the highest level, actually, but every level, including National President of the Fraternal Order of Police, Patrick Yos. Where's Patrick? Patrick, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for the endorsement, too. That really hit it off. I would have gotten 98% anyway, but it was still good to have your endorsement. Thank you, Patrick. I don't forget those things. President of the National Sheriff's Association, Chris West. Chris? Thank you, Chris, very much. Great, good job. Major Cities Chief Association Executive Director, Laura Cooper. Laura? Thank you, Laura, very much. Major County Sheriffs of America Executive Director, Megan Noland. Megan, thank you. Thank you very much. And President of the National Border Patrol Council, my friend, and a very good speaker, by the way. Whenever he gets up and speaks, I say, that guy can really speak. I don't know. I don't want him to run for office. I want him to stay where he is. Paul Perez. Paul? Thank you, Paul. Where is Paul? Hi, Paul. What are you doing over there, Paul? Good job. Good speaker you are, though, Paul. I mean it, too. You've made some incredible speeches, and all from the heart, too, right? Some great ones. Today, you'll hear details from my national security and homeland security teams about the extraordinary historic.
I don't know. He's
achievements
just
of this
glazing other
new
people.
homeland security.
I'm pretty sure, right? Like that's all we're doing. He's just on up there talking about. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you for endorsing me. Yeah, exactly.
Cartel, the LNFM cartel.
Oh, when to wait for 50 and when not? Good question. Great question. Let's go to a random date. What date should I do? Somebody give me a date. 9/11. Okay, I can do that. I should probably go on to NQ1. I'm gonna do this. Let's go to 9/11. So 5 minute. Why didn't we go? Here we go. 9/11. All right. Take a look at the 5 here. Let's figure out when we should be waiting for 50 and when not. Okay. Okay, so like let's say I was looking at like this high to this low here, right? I wish I should have just replayed it from like 9:30. This is hindsight, obviously. So if we're looking here at price, we can see that we're overall like choppy on the higher time frame, right? And so that's probably going to continue. And based off this opening candle here, we run out liquidity from overnight. So we run out 6 o'clock low, Asia, whatever. And then we get a big move back up. This move up takes out buy side liquidity, but we still have buy side intact. Okay. So because we know that this isn't a bullish trend day yet, right? It's still, oh wait, that's a data wick. Did we sweep it? Oh no, did we pick a bad example? That is definitely a data low. Well, let's see. We have an obvious 3-minute low there. This might be a bad example because the data wick. But like we swept the low and ran into this gap. So like, isn't that scenario where the data wick isn't as important? I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, it's probably a bad example. Let's find another day. Let's go here, July 17th. Let's go. Okay, so here's our move. Okay, so here in July, we've been bullish since the previous day. If we go back, hourly shows us that we were kind of chopping, but we're pretty bullish. We're at all-time highs, right? Yeah, there's nothing to the left. And so I don't think I would expect 50 to pull back here. We just pump off open, continue to pump, continue to pump, continue to pump. 10 o'clock here, 10 o'clock hits. So you're maybe expecting a 50% pullback at some point at this point. But after 10 o'clock, 10:05, 10:10, 10:15, okay, this is what confirms bullish trend day until at least 11. 11 comes around, no obvious signs of reversal. So here, I wouldn't expect price to pull back to 50. So if I was looking to long, I would only be looking for longs from like an unfilled 1 hour like this, right? I wouldn't be married to 50% pulling back here because we're in a bullish trend day scenario. So whenever we're in a bullish trend day, we're just going to expect price to continue to move up. Usually reactions to the higher time frame gaps are going to be strong, so we would, expect price to go higher. Would I long this though? Probably not, because there's no liquidity to the left unless I like looked at maybe this 15-minute leg or 5-minute leg, whatever this is here. Took a look at, where price was going based on standard deviation, and I noticed that like, okay, we pumped past negative 2.5, so negative 4 is probably where we'll go. I mean, you could maybe justify it like that, but I don't really use standard deviation like that, and I don't like projecting, way past negative 2.5 anyway, because I don't know. So if past 1010, we haven't displaced down after taking out buy side, expect bullish trend A, and in turn, don't wait for 50 just to tap into an obvious higher time frame gap like today's 15. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can wait till 11, and if it looks like we're setting up the condition to reverse at 11, maybe we get a reversal then. But here, does this look like the condition to reverse? Like if I were to like go back, you know? Yeah, like not really, right? That condition to reverse is like an elevator down, right? We're just chopping down just like today's was. So that's kind of how you know. I'm glad we got that example on from July because it pretty nicely matched today's. The only difference is obviously all-time highs, but yeah. Let's find another example maybe. Let's go back to like June 7th. 7th is the one. That'll be after July 4th. Probably NFP, right? Wait. Why is it going to the 28th? Oh, I can't go back that many candles, I'm guessing. Can't go back that many candles. Okay. So we'll just use not really forming ranges here. Okay, we'll use this one. I guess. We'll use this move up here. Maybe there is something that I can look at on like the 1 minute. Yeah, so this is pretty efficient all the way down, so I wouldn't really be looking for a 50% retracement here. Wouldn't be looking yet. Okay, so we create these lows. I would be looking for 50 of this probably, given this reaction, right? So we come down, we run the lows, then we get somewhat of a bullish reaction back up. We create an order block, create a prop block. So this to me, after this prop block gets created, 50 seems like a likely target before heading lower. And then if we tap into like a 5 minute there, we don't have to wait for this high to get hit. So we have this 1 minute high, but if there's another fair value gap there, you don't have to wait for that. So even though there's relative equal highs, yes, us sweeping that would definitely be better for the short here. But if I'm shorting, anticipating like lower prices like down to here or here, then I'm waiting for a pullback to 50% after we run liquidity. Well, you should only be looking for pullbacks to 50 after we take out liquidity, not beforehand. So this would be an example where you'd wait for that pullback before heading lower. The reason why you know that this is good to, wait for 50 is because we've just been choppy all session. It hasn't really been a bearish trend day because we got a nice reversal here at 10. So this wouldn't be like that trend day condition. But yeah. There's a 5 minute aligned with 50, so you wait for the pullback to balance that 5 minute gap, wait for 50 to get hit, and then you see the short play out. Here you see the reaction of this low being swept, you see the V shape, you take this long. Right? If not this long. Wait, this looks kind of familiar. Doesn't this look kind of familiar? Wait a minute. There's my second favorite setup. Tell me this doesn't look like a setup we took. I feel like we took this. That's the 4 minute? Is it? Wait, that's so weird. Yeah, for sure, Samook. Yeah, I'd wait for external liquidity, Baker. Not necessarily external, but just like an obvious low, right? Like the low that was there wasn't external liquidity. It was that swing low, but it was an obvious low instead of a fair value gap. So if we run that, then you can look for 50. Today we took buy side. That's why you wanted 50. That makes sense, right? So you get the liquidity sweep. That's your first condition. Now you have to make sure it's not a bullish trend day scenario. Or if it's a trend day scenario, then you know. Yeah, so if we take out liquidity, base the reaction off of it. The reaction isn't a reversal, and we're continuing to move up. I don't care about 50. Yep. Yeah, and make sure that you still have good draws. If the draws above aren't there, then obviously you wouldn't really want to take a continuation. Like for this morning's play, we didn't really have amazing draws, but we had these like relative equal highs here, and this was a high inside of a fair value gap, so it made sense to see price go there. And then also you had this momentum off open. Anytime we pump up like this, it's usually going to lead to a bullish trend day. And then yeah, there was the data high, which I guess you could call it a data high, I suppose. Yeah, continuation plays are really good whenever you have good draws, and then you're what gives you the confidence to take the plays is the reaction that we have to tapping into an inefficiency. Grabbing that liquidity. If the liquidity grab is really bullish or really bearish in the direction you want price to go, then that gives you the confidence to long on that continuation. But you're never going to take a continuation setup with conflicting draws below. Like that's why I wanted to wait for that 15-minute. That's why we didn't take the first setup, right? We took the second. What do you think about the 10 a.m. power of 3? I'm out of class at 10:08, and I think that's one of the real setups I could try to trade while I'm in school. Yeah. Yeah, I like power of 3, 10 a.m. power of 3. That's cool. It played out today. We were watching the 10 a.m. close here. We were expecting a bearish move down before the hourly candle close, and then we were expecting a bearish move down to balance the 15-minute to then expect price to head higher to get a bullish hourly candle. So, yeah. Yeah, so here with this bullish candle off open, we would expect a small retracement during the macro. That sets us up for our long after the macro or at the end of the macro. Power of 3 is just visualizing what the higher time frame candle is going to do to the lower time frame. That's how kind of I look at it. And then AMD is like basically your structure that you need to see to look for the next side of the market maker model. It's all about like, you know, so you can have both play out at the same time and like, be used together, right? Like if we were to see this 10 a.m. reversal and there was AMD, you could like be like, okay, if we're expecting the next hourly candle to set up bearish, we would wait for accumulation and then price manipulating up to put in the bearish wick and then distributing down at 10 a.m. And that's power 3 plus AMD. Yeah, for sure, Ma. Yeah, here for power of 3 for the bullish candle, we had accumulation here, manipulate down, grab the 15-minute distribution back up. This was basically AMD also for power of 3. So yeah, you're kind of right. There's a lot of overlap. Why did the double top fail? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Sorry if I missed a lot of your questions while I was kind of ranting there for a moment. What do you do during weekends for PM stream? I don't stream during the weekend. I do I do like the mentorship class, and then I'll do like IFGs of the week Saturday morning, but that's about it. The market's closed, obviously, so I don't stream PM. Do I have any experience trading in London? Not really. Yeah, for sure, Trader Tiz. Is it because we swept Asia with? Yeah, yeah, exactly. So the reaction to Asia, first of all, and then second of all, I was bullish coming into the session, right? So the reason why I was bullish was because we hit this 15-minute gap yesterday during PM, you'll recall, and then we had that good reaction to the low inside the gap there. Then we push up, we create this hourly gap, get a reaction to it, creating a significant gap. We expect the significant gap to hold. And if it breaks, then we become bearish. But we soup the low, pump up, get this initial 5-minute inverse. This was actually the setup to take here, right? But I wasn't awake yet. And then we get the pullback, tap into the 5-minute PPR, respect it. V-shape back up after a death candle. So we're basically just recognizing that this candle is a stop run and not an actual reversal or continuation short. But once we recognize this as a stop run, that order flow is still bullish after it switched here, then we know that this long is going to be good because we still have all this liquidity above here, right? Kind of had like this LRLR thing going on. It's a little steep, but I mean, it's smooth edges, right? Your mentorship is the dodgy one, right? Yeah, I don't have my own mentorship. One of those classes during the weekends. The IFVGs of the week is usually every Saturday morning between 10:30 and 11. Yeah, one-on-one is different than the mentorship. One-on-one is just a meeting between you and I. It's one session, and we'll just trade AM together. I'm not really doing any one-on-ones right now because I'm covering for Ryan. But yeah, when I'm done covering for him, I'll resume doing one-on-ones. And that's 10:30 to 11 Eastern. Yeah, 10:30 to 11 in the morning. Usually, we'll make an announcement post about it. Sometimes it's a little bit later if the mentorship class kind of runs over. Yeah, the SMT with Asia added to the confluence. It was kind of like yesterday's bias too. I think we went in with like a bearish bias because there was an SMT at Asia high, right, or something like that. It was like, was it this high? And I don't remember. There was some SMT, but yeah, the SMT obviously adds to it. How much is the mentorship? I think Dodgy's mentorship is what, 200 for the course, or the actual like mentorship, like the mentorship students. I don't know how much that is. I think it's several $1,000s. Yeah, $5,000. It's not for everyone, but how long did it take for you to become profitable, and how long have I been trading IFGs? I've been trading IFGs since March of 23, and it took me about 5 months to turn a profit, and probably another 5 months to gain consistency. So 10 months. I ever hit rock bottom? Trading options, I guess. Took some bad trades. I lost like 1,200 in a day. Trading options, I think. It was on my way to class. I was sitting there with my one friend, and then some Iraq war news came out. It was like in 2021 or 22. I lost $1,200 going from class to class. That was pretty bad. Do you think adding order flow like footprints is overcomplicating the IP? I mean, honestly, like I've been able to turn a profit without using them, so I don't think that they're necessary. But if it's gonna help you become profitable, then go for it. I know Dodgy said in the past that it's overcomplicated for him. It's my average RR, usually a little over 1. This week I've had some really high RR plays. Like I had one go for like 2.7. That was the trade from Tuesday. Yesterday I had one go for just over 2. This morning I had one go for a 1.7 or something. Okay, there's the candle we need. So there's 350. Let's see if we can get a long setup right here off this gap. Yeah, for sure, Gibby. Sometimes footprints can be misleading, though. That's the only thing I would caution you on. But yeah, keeping track of volume is always good. I'm able to visualize it, right? Like I know that based off this candle's creation, I know that there was a lot of volume in this candle, right? So like when I'm watching something similar happen, when I'm looking for an inverse and I see like a lot of speed and momentum in the candle, like, I know that there was a lot of volume there. So I don't necessarily need footprints. We have a 30-second backup here in a 1-minute forming. Are we all taking this? Is this the winner? Or are we going to be patient and wait for CPI? This is the best looking setup all day. We actually got a liquidity grab. And we would be delivering out of a 1-hour gap. And a 15 and a 5. So we have liquidity above. Do I think it'd be better to just be patient and wait for tomorrow? Probably. But it's the best setup of the afternoon. Intel earnings at the bell. Ford. That's about it. Nothing really too crazy today. Yeah, 1 minute here. 1 hour where? The 1 hour gap is this tiny one right here. Target LRLR if we get it, or all-time highs. All-time highs, obviously. Oh, man. Don't think we'll go lower? Nah, probably not. Oh, man. I think this is eval worthy. I agree. We'll go break even at the obvious high here, I think. That'll give us enough breathing room. It's an eval trade, so why not? Yeah, break even here is a little close to entry. So no 1 minute close there. We got to wait for the 55 candle, which probably means we're not going to get it. If we got this 30-second to the downside, what do we think? We got draws lower too. My thing is I would need to see the 5 probably flip here in order for me to be bearish. That hasn't happened. So while you know, the order flow is still bullish here, I'm not going to try and take a preemptive short. Triple highs on ES. Yeah, that happens all the time, though. That's not too important to me. Oh, boy. Let's see if it happens. Got 10 seconds. Should I just get in anyway? Even though it hasn't inversed yet? Are you familiar in any other order flow tools? Not really. Yeah, I never bought those because when I was first starting out, they were too expensive. And when I became profitable, I figured I just didn't need them. So. Nobody, like, who I know that's profitable has ever, like, been like, dude, you have to hop on the wave. Like, this is the best thing ever regarding that kind of stuff while trading ICT. So I've just never really paid it any mind. But if somebody can do that, like if you were to do that and show me, like, you know, through data collection or whatever, that like this is the greatest thing ever, then, you know, I could be convinced. I'm always going to adapt towards the best thing, you know, the thing that increases my edge. So there's a new piece of tech, new indicator, new whatever that helps, you know, I'm gonna use it, whether it increases my efficiency, my like entries or whatever, you know. Yeah, so there's this idea in business where it's like you're trying to improve something till it's just good enough because there's diminishing returns as you you know, invest more time into something, right? So my thought is, you know, I'm at a point where I've kind of achieved what I've wanted to. If I invest more time into trying to better my system or learn something, you know, new, I run the risk of breaking it. If I do invest all this time, what are the actual outcomes? Like, how much better is this actually going to be if I spend all this time back testing and researching and whatever? And I haven't seen something where it was worth the return on investment of learning it and studying it, whatever. What was the biggest challenge for me in becoming profitable? Um, Getting over like the psychological hurdle, probably. What helped was having the experience of options. But once you kind of get into that gambling evals mindset, it's hard to break it. So breaking that definitely improved my overall profits. Um, Now all I do to pass evals is either news trading or taking like at least good setups. Sometimes with evals, I would just gamble, right, and just, you know, hope that that price went to my profit target before coming back and stopping me out, and that was really bad. Other than that, obviously, you know, just recognizing that things take time to have patience, whether that was finding a setup or, you know, not taking one more trade to get to the payout a day early or whatever. Like, just being patient definitely helped too. So, you know, having some form of respect for the market in that regard is definitely going to help. Am I taking this off the 30-second or the 1 minute? I would take it off the one, but I'm not going to take it because it's just too late in the day. They close for the candles. It's going to be 1 minute before market close. So if you want to take it on an eval, you can, but um, you know, it's literally market close here. So will CPI be aggressive? Most likely, yeah. 2 minute, I would just take. I mean, yeah, I would just take the one. But I honestly probably wouldn't take this. It doesn't look horrible though. I mean, obviously the worst part of this is time. Yeah, just taking base hits. You know, you don't need the home run. 1 minute didn't close above, and then it went invalid. So that's going to be it for us today. I appreciate you guys for all the nice words and for listening to me today. I will see about catching you all tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty. Peace out, everyone.